just on the other side of this hill from us. We done been on him once this morning. Couldn't get him killed. He's back out in here now. Trying to get up here and just slip in on him. Wait on him to come. Keep you posted. We was on him for about 3.5 hours. And he'd get to about 80 yards and hang up, or 100 yards and hang up. He's been in this field. We've been trying to get him up in the woods, but we're in this spot now. And Ethan's trying to slip down there. He's probably 75, 80 yards right now, gobbling. He's gobbled 2 or 3 times. I killed my bird this morning in a thunderstorm. And all that's got out of here. Now it's getting pretty again, so hopefully we can get this sucker killed. He's a pretty smart turkey. I'm gonna say he's gonna baby. Doggy boy. Oh boy, talk about a day of it. A couple days of it.
That's the definition of roller coaster. Weather and all.
Yeah. So we had some storms roll in this morning at about daylight. So we got up. I heard it thundering, looked at the phone, went right back to sleep.
I bet I hit snooze probably 15 times.
And then we woke back up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that. And got in the truck, went and checked some fields. It was still kind of raining, and there was more coming. So we rode down to this field we had permission on this private land, and there was a gobbler out there with a hen, the one I killed here. And we didn't have the camera or nothing since it was raining. We didn't even bring it, but I basically worked my way around and got in between. There was actually two gobblers that wound up being there, but I got to calling, and or before that, the thunder was making them gobble, so that kind of helped me get into position. I got set up and started calling, and called this one right to me, and I killed him. And then it just come an absolute flood. And we went and got us some lunch and came back to check another farm that we had permission to hunt, and we seen Ethan's bird out there, and he also had a hen nearby. But I'll let Ethan tell you what happened with the hunt.
So that was this is the same one that we got on this morning after the rain quit. We pulled up to the drive. I thought we seen him, but we pulled up to the driveway this morning, and you got out, hit the crystal. He gobbled. Sounded like he was 200 yards from us, like he could just about see us. So we scrambled to pull the truck down the road, get all our stuff on, and start easing up the creek up through there to get around there close to where we thought he was. Got up in there, and we never called to him till we sat down, did we? I think he gobbled on his own, I think.
Yeah. Well, I tried calling with a mouth call, and he wouldn't respond, but that crystal was the only thing he'd gobble.
He wouldn't even touch a mouth call. He's real finicky. We figured all that out later on, but so we set up on him, and he's gobbling good to the crystal, answering it, but just wouldn't budge. So we gave him time and everything. Thought that he was coming at one point, but I don't know if he just was turning and walking a few steps and then going back, strutting around in that field edge. But so we made a move around the back side of the ridge and dropped up on top to get above him, see if we could get close enough that he might come up there and check us out. Got up there, called to him, and he started making his way down to where we had originally called. So we eased back out, go back around, try to work up in there where we was at. Got up there, and I think he was probably, at one point, probably 75 or so from us in the woods, gobbling, right there where we was. And you would think that we just wasn't patient enough, but that clearly was not the case. Keep in mind, it was at least 3 or 4 hours we messed with this turkey this morning.
Yeah.
The cat and mouse game. So we get over there, well, of course, start calling to him. He might have gobbled once or twice, but then he started getting quiet on us.
Mm-hmm.
And finally he gobbled again, and he was all the way back where he was. So you decided to go around, and I just sat tight there. And you went back up top, and I think you tried getting a little closer that time, didn't you?
Yeah, I got up on top of that little flat. It's like a little cedar flat right there, and it was real pretty green grass. And I had him in gun range. It was just thick on the edges, and I never seen him. And he was one of them turkeys that if he didn't see you quick, he was gonna slip on out of there.
Yeah.
But
He knew that hen was supposed to be getting to him if she was calling to him anyway. But he just, about like a turkey like that would, he just disappeared on us. Never heard from him. We just backed out. That's when you killed yours. Well, then after we ate lunch, had to wait an hour or two for the rain to stop. Just took our time, hopped back in the truck and eased down the road. As soon as we're pulling down the road, there he stands out there where he's been all morning apparently. So we parked the truck where we did this morning, went right back the way we came, except we made a little bit bigger loop and decided to try to drop in on him, just pretty much sneak in on him if we could. And I don't know how long it took us to do that, but it was...
Oh, it took us probably 15 minutes to walk that last 100 yards.
Oh yeah, I figured it probably took us nearly an hour to do the whole big loop.
Yeah.
I'm baby stepping, and then by the time I finally seen him while we was coming off the hill, and he was working his way back. He had this little oak tree or something out in that field that he was just doing circles around, just feeding around. He gobbled maybe
3 times.
Maybe 3 times the whole. We never called to him, never done nothing, just trying to get in there really tight with him and just pretty much let him mess up. And so I finally seen him. Well, Lucas just decided just to sit down where we was at and just try to video from where he was at, and I was going to try to crawl on up and kill him. Well, I literally, by the time I got to the tree, I was sliding on my belly because I could see. I kept getting glimpses of him walking around out there. He'd be going this way, and I'd just start slipping up through there. Finally, I had this big cedar tree that I just laid down behind and was popping my head out each side, watching him. And about that time, the dang farmers, they've been messing with cows since we've got here. Well, they pulled in with, I don't know how many.
2 or 3 cattle trailers.
Yeah, cattle trailers, semis. And this turkey, as soon as he heard that rattling, he couldn't have run straighter to me, just run straight to me in the woods and just kind of hunkered down for a second watching.
And I turned the camera on 2 or 3 times while he was crawling down there, and then when I heard that, I just, excuse me, I looked down there and I seen that beard just swinging, coming straight to Ethan. And it just fell right in his lap, man. But
I shot him prone. I was laying down the whole time, flat on the ground. He run in there, and then when he started working up in the woods to my right, I was just basically having to wait for him to get a clear shot in that thick mess. Just folded him though.
yeah. And these are both freaking hammer birds.
Yeah.
Mine's got a 1 3/8 spur on one side. He's broke on the other. 11-inch beard and 23 and some change on the poundage.
And this one was a 10-inch beard with 1.5 inch spurs and probably 23 even. Big birds.
Yeah.
My best bird for sure.
We needed it bad too, man. Every trip we've been on this year, we went to Georgia, and he missed that one. That's the only opportunity we've had between Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, and now here.
Yeah.
Tennessee's been good to us, but
These out of town trips has sucked the life out of me.
yeah. Both of us had darn sore throat for the last 2 days.
Yeah, I've never been so sick. Just, I guess it's allergies, but I've never been this bad.
But it'll be a fun video to watch and look back on for sure.
Yeah.
Gotta keep on trying. I mean, some days they're on point and everything goes good, and some days it's just
We was on
terrible.
the going home slump before you killed yours. We was about to that point,
Yeah.
and then that kicked us back in high gear again.
Appreciate y'all watching.